What is going on, YouTube? PPS back. It is the 10th of March, getting into the crazy part of this March Madness season. Conference tournaments well on their way, and I'm very, very excited to continue this YouTube channel and keep it rolling. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. Do have a little bit of an announcement today, and I thought I might as well just do it right away. So this is something I just announced on Twitter. I would say is, and I think it's just gonna be a little bit easier than me typing out something. Is I have now created a squad over on Sleeper. I have Sleeper as a fantasy football app that I used, and we got in touch a little bit after the football season. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this whole experience, and now they allow you to bet on the app. So I'm actually going to be using it as more of a betting platform for college player props, because I really haven't found a DFS site that gives me that opportunity on the betting market side. This allows you to obviously parlay two together, parlay five together for like 22 times the odds, just like your other ones. But this one is giving me the best lines I found for that. So the cool part about it is, it's no charge. Just come right in. Obviously, it's open to everybody. You guys get to see every bet I put in. I'm going to make every single one of them visible to the public. So these are going to be all college player props that you guys can lock in, make the money with me. So yeah, it's just a fun little way to, if you want to bet. If you don't want to bet on there, that's fine. Just a fun way to interact with more people, kind of provide more content that way. Just sent it out to my VIP this morning. Got a couple guys in there. They're already tailing the play that I threw out there for this morning's stuff. And so, yeah, I'll just put the link to my squad in the description. If you want to join. If you don't, that's okay. Obviously, we are here making money with you guys over on YouTube. And so just another way for me to give you guys more content. That's really all I want to do. If you guys, like I said, if you do deposit, and want to keep betting with us, just follow my plays if you want to do that, or you can just post your plays into that chat as well. So hopefully we get some of you guys to come join. It's a very cool opportunity for me to work with Sleeper. Their app is always newly expanding. I didn't even know they had the whole betting platform until a couple weeks ago. I really like their fantasy football app. I'm sure a lot of you guys play fantasy football there. And now it's just another way for them to be on your phone and working. I think it's going to be a very fun little partnership I have with them. But yeah, let's make some money and let's get right to it. Let's roll. I'm going to go into my favorite conference to back this season, which is the Big Sky / Southern Conference. But we're going to go to the Big Sky for our first play today. And I'm going to Portland State. Portland State tonight is facing off against Southern Utah. Both teams that I like to back overs with. Southern Utah has been good to me as of late. And we are looking at it here. Obviously, I'm going to go through just the basic numbers that I always do to start. Southern Utah, 107 in the country in adjusted offense, 241 in adjusted defense, and ranking 100, exactly number 100 in pace of play. Portland State is ranked 30th in adjusted tempo. Their offense is not great, ranking 305, and their defense is not great at 210. But last night we saw Portland State put up 68 points after a dreadful first half yesterday. I really liked what I saw from the second half because they're a very heavy press team. This should make the possessions much shorter, and this should allow both teams to get up early shot clock threes, hopefully. Going into a little bit more numbers here, Portland State is absolutely dreadful at guarding the three-point line. They are 340 out of 358 teams in defending the three-point line, while Southern Utah shoots 35% from three. I feel like that's going to be a very tough way for them to play here against a team like Southern Utah in their offense that they're going to be running. And they are also awful at defensive rebounding, 311 in the country at defensive rebounding. Southern Utah is top 100 at 64th in the country on offensive rebounding. So again, just another place for them to exploit this terrible defense of Portland State. Obviously, Portland State isn't the greatest offense, but when we look at Southern Utah's defense and the pace here, Southern Utah allows 73 points per game. Portland State averages 73.5 points per game. It's just they're very inefficient in their shooting. But the pace is what really is going to provide this for us. They shoot only 30% from three, 43% from the field. They shoot free throws extremely well. In a 5.5 point spread game, I do like the free throws. And we've seen these two teams obviously play twice. First game being an 86-76 affair. We saw the possessions into the mid 60s, which is not as fast as I thought they would be. And we left a lot of points on the table. So we scored 162 points in this game. Both teams shooting well below their free throw averages. We saw 10 for 15 from the Portland State side. We saw 15 for 21 from the Southern Utah side. So there were points left on the board there, and they still scored over 160 points. Second game was actually higher than that. In this Portland State matchup. This one was at Portland State. Portland State ended up playing much better, took this game to overtime, 85-82. Obviously, with overtime, we saw this game into the high mid 80s in possessions, which is extremely fast. Even if we kind of only saw 13 points in the overtime. So we would have seen points up there anyway. This has scored 167 points with a total of 35 turnovers, 22% shooting from the deep from three by Portland State. And again, both teams in the 60s for free throw shooting. When we look on their season, Portland State is a 75% free throw shooting team, and Southern Utah is a 71% shooting team from the free throw line. So points left on the table. Pace is definitely going to be there. And the efficiency doesn't need to be there for this number to hit. I really like this Portland State team. They press heavy. Yesterday we saw against Idaho State, they were up every time, making Idaho shoot fast. Portland State's going to be a tough team to beat here, but Southern Utah is obviously the much better team in this spot. I think Southern Utah takes the game. Not sure if they cover. I think it's going to be a close one. Hopefully we see fouls at the end. I'm going to see the first team to probably 75 wins. I think it's a 75, 73. We probably see one team into the 80s, but that's why I'm not taking a team total, because I think both teams have that ability to score on each other. Let's see some points. Big Sky has always been nice to me. Let's continue that trend today with Portland State and Mr. Southern Utah University over 146. That will be my first play of the day. Second play will be coming up here in a second, but if you guys could, please drop a like for us. It means the world to me, man. That's all it takes. Even if you just pop in for 2 minutes, just drop a quick like. It goes a long way, obviously, working on the algorithm and stuff like that. I'm just here. I'm putting my face here, giving content. That's it. All I ask is a quick like. Free. All these plays are free. Obviously have the VIP, but I do put out free plays, probably 3 to 5 every single day. So trying to get more stuff out there for you guys. And I know it's tough. So to look at this face for more than 5 minutes, but let's get right into our second play. Again, thank you guys for tuning in with me here on this early morning edition. Make sure you guys are looking at start times too. This is my last PSA on that. Obviously, first game starts in 40 minutes. So, yes, that is the Toledo Rockets. And, yes, I will have a play for them. So, without further ado, another 1.5 unit play is going to be my Eastern Washington team here. I love these guys. Obviously, been backing the Eagles a lot lately. And for good reason. These guys are just wagons, man. They're the number 3 wagon team on our list because they play extremely fast, play good offense, and are terrible defensively. We've seen Eastern Washington obviously play Northern Colorado twice. Northern Colorado, I believe, is the 2 seed in this conference. First game was 85-76. This game played into the mid-70s in possessions. 25 total turnovers. Free throws for Northern Colorado were 57%. But Eastern Washington stroked from 3 in that game. They were 10 for 19. And this is the crazy part is Northern Colorado shot 43s. They went 14 for 40 in that second matchup. Obviously, the Eagles took care of business, 85-76. That number obviously would hit here. And then the second one, it was 87-73. Northern Colorado won here. And Dalen Kuntz went off. This guy is an absolute stud. Obviously, we saw the free throws improve on both sides. Shooting was good, mid-70s in possessions again, 21 total turnovers. So there's still points to be had there on a game that already scored 170 points. And let's go into a little bit more of the numbers. Eastern Washington, obviously, I told you, is 55 in the country in pace. And their defense is not good, guys. Not good at all. That's why it's very hard for me to back them on spread. But the same thing can be said here for Northern Colorado. They scream overs, 72nd in the country in adjusted offense, 63 in pace. So it's going to be right around that 70 possession mark. But they are 333rd ranked defensively in adjusted defense. That is going to be fun today, guys. This is going to be a very fun game. It's late night. We have a Northern Colorado team that scores 78.7 points per game, an Eastern Washington team that scores 77 points per game. Both of them top 50 in the country in that. Both teams suck defensively. Northern Colorado, 76.8 points allowed per game. That is 329 in the country. Eastern Washington, 74.5 points allowed per game. That is 310 in the country. We look at Northern Colorado. They're 11th in the country in shooting threes at 38.5%. They're 20th in the country at 2-point percentage at 48.1%. And now we go over to the Eastern Washington side, where every single category is red for Northern Colorado's defense. They're terrible at guarding the 2-point line, 46% allowed. They're terrible at guarding the 3-point line. They're 37% people are shooting for them from the 3-point line here. And now we have an Eastern Washington team who shoots over 35% from 3, over 45% from 2, and shoots free throws at an extremely high rate. This is going to be points, points, points. I'm very excited to back this game again. I've hit overs in both of their first 2 games, and I'm very excited to go right back to the well. Obviously, this number is very high, and we're going to need things to go right. But with this pace, with both teams shooting as well as they have been, I'm going to back this all day. Let's go Eastern Washington and Northern Colorado in the Dalen Kuntz show. Over 154, minus 110. Lock it in, baby. Very excited for this one. Northern Colorado, Eastern Washington over 154. Again, guys, early in the show, we talked about our sleeper new partnership that we're working with. Come join the squad. That'll be fun for both of us to kind of make some money over there. And then 2 plays for the day. Portland State over 146, 1.5 units. And Eastern Washington over 154, 1.5 units as well. Thank you guys so much. A little longer video today, but I love both these plays. I love the Big Sky Conference, and I'm very excited to cash a couple more with you guys today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are the best. Again, if you could, just drop a like. If you're not subscribed, hit that red button, and let's cash a couple more here going into this March Madness time. So thank you guys so much. Have a good one. Best of luck on